The coronavirus, COVID-19, it's put a major strain on the travel industry and especially the travelers themselves. Think about the folks who are currently abroad right now. Are they going to stay in that country and sort of hunker down, or are they going to try to take the massive effort to come home? I know somebody who is studying abroad in the Philippines right now. Will she stay or will she go? Lucky for her, her family has a farm on the island, so she's staying there for the moment. Not that many people are lucky. And what about the trip cancellations? It breaks my heart to hear about people who have really wanted to take a trip somewhere in the next few months and just like that, canceled. I have at least 2 friends who are going to study abroad this summer, and guess what? Canceled. I had a cousin who wanted to go on a vacation to Europe this year, and guess what? Canceled. These trips take months, maybe even years to plan for, and it's just so unfair that in a matter of days or a short week, they're canceled. The ultimate travel-related lesson that we can learn from or be reminded of from this coronavirus burden is that there is no such thing as the perfect time to travel. Right now, are you wondering, man, I should have taken that trip last year? Or do you have a trip in mind for this year, but with the coronavirus pandemic going on, you had to postpone or cancel the plan? But then you wonder, what about the current travelers who are under a great deal of stress right now about this coronavirus? Should I even dare to set my foot out the door and travel? I will address that concern at the end of this video. I want to tell you that I feel extremely lucky right now because, number one, I don't have any major travel plans in the next few months, and number two, I did so many trips in 2019. In the previous 12 months, between February 2019 and February 2020, I took all sorts of trips, both within the United States and internationally. So I went to Chicago, Illinois, Alaska, France, Ireland, Belgium, and so on. What I am trying to say is that I took these trips with real plans and real set dates. I never said, someday I'm going to travel to Ireland, or someday I'm going to travel to Costa Rica, because someday is a very abstract concept when it comes to travel. So just refrain from saying someday when you dream of going somewhere. And luckily, I did not delay those trips for 2020, because if I did, I am pretty sure that I wouldn't be able to do them and I'd have to cancel my plans. As a seasoned traveler, this is what I'm telling you today. Do things while you can. Find the time to take those trips that you've been dreaming. You never know. You and I would never know what could happen the next month, the next year, or even tomorrow. But then there's that criticism about, what if I decided to travel right now? What if I'm in some other country and I just want to hunker down or go home? Every time you travel, you take a risk. And the people who are abroad right now are just unfortunate. Again, nobody really saw a pandemic like this come. Deciding to get your foot out of the door and travel is always a risk. Something could happen. But if you don't at least try to take the initiative, despite the risks, then there's a chance that you could regret what you didn't do yesterday. whether that be because of coronavirus, old age, less time for yourself, etc.